this is what my poor studio looks like after Christmas. Got things unpacked and moved things where they go, and my studio turned into a disaster zone. So this is where I record, and this is why I have not been recording. "2025 came out of the gate swinging. I won't complain about the weather, though it was real fierce for a while, and I won't go too much into the job situation for my partner and I. But there is a lot of stress in our household right now for a few different reasons. We have a lot on our plates and not enough spoons to empty them. The unfortunate thing about getting older is that you have more and more opportunities to have the worst year of your life. Now, don't get me wrong, 2024 wasn't the worst year of my life, but it was one of the hardest. 2025 will probably be harder. Hard isn't all bad. Some of the most worthwhile things are the hardest. Among other things, last year we bought a house, which is still bonkers to say out loud, and that was super hard in a really rewarding way. But even good things can leave you without a whole lot left for yourself. I haven't really made anything since we started looking for a house. Art, videos, writing, all of it just kind of fizzled when things started getting overwhelming. The only thing I've made in the past year were my Inkvent videos, and I didn't even finish them. I admit an amount of envy of the friends of mine who can buckle down and continue to create even as their lives start to unravel. It's hard not to feel like I'm not doing enough, like this should be easier. Even my friends with ADHD seem to have their shit together better than I do and keep on top of so many things that I just can't. I'm not used to thinking of my own neurodivergence as a disability, but the older I get, the more I see its impacts on me, the more I realize that I just am not as capable as other people around me in very specific ways. And sometimes it takes all of my mental power just to make it through each day and do the things I have to do in order to survive. There's nothing left for creativity for a while. And sometimes a while goes on long enough that I forget about making things when I do have stuff in the tank, so to speak. I know enough about creativity to understand that it's like a muscle, and that working it has a snowball effect. And I know from some pretty deep experience that it can be hard to try and start again after a long break. I can't perform at the same level I was. I have to take baby steps. I get tired more easily. It's challenging. It can be discouraging. I also know myself well enough to know that I thrive in a tidy and well-organized environment. It is the world's cruelest joke on ADHD brains that we generally do better with structure that we struggle to maintain. But we'll tackle the maintaining part later. Right now, I can start with the babyest of steps. cleaning off my studio desk. I am so excited to have a studio in this new house, and I have barely spent time in it. I'm hoping that by giving it a little bit of love and doing the tiniest of creative things by basically vlogging it, I can warm up those creative muscles and get them comfortable with the idea of making again. The number one rule of being successful on YouTube is consistency. Well, I'm probably never going to be successful on YouTube, so maybe I need to worry less about consistency. I already gave up on schedule consistency, so in for a penny, I guess. Videos themselves will probably be different from last year. I may not focus on pens as much. Instead, I am going to be trying to build my creative muscles back up instead of the wall of awful that tells me I have to make videos a certain way. This may mean making the easy videos more often than the project videos like my Paper Lab series, which doesn't mean I don't want to make those. Like, you saw that pile of journals and paper pads sitting on my desk at the beginning of the time lapse. Most of those are earmarked for a video. They just take a lot of surprisingly challenging research in order to write an informative video about. And I like being able to sit with the paper for a while too, and that all takes time and energy. And I'm getting distracted. You can probably tell that I still get excited about the videos I want to make, which is a good sign. But the point is that I'm going to work within my capacity on these videos and pick topics which allow me the least resistance to exercising my creativity. The cool part about getting older is that you have more and more opportunities to have the best year of your life. 2025 will be hard, and not just for me, but I am going to work to make sure that at least on a personal level, it'll be worth it. Oh my goodness, this is so much better. Obviously I'm gonna have to organize that whole thing, which we're not gonna touch right now. It's gonna stay how it is. But I also will need to put this thing back up so that I can film, but now I've got space to. Slowly, I moved like all of the journals and planners and stuff over here. I am going to need to get a bookshelf to go right there so that I can put that and a couple of other things, because I've got a bookshelf full of art books that, can't get any more in there. Well, I can, I just have to move these. But I'm stoked to have space again. This feels good. Let's hope it makes a difference.